time zones, and maybe you are coming home from work, or who knows what. I'm heading out, so I figured I would say hi to everybody. I am Tammy Lowe. I help Heather and Billy administrate the page, and it is Wednesday, hump day. This is usually the longest day for me. So I've got work, and then I nap, and then I go help at Awana at church, and I get to love on kids. I do not have any grandchildren. My children are deciding they don't want to have children, so I don't have any. I know some of you have them and you don't have access to them, and I'm so sorry for your loss, because I could understand how that would suck in a big way. I get that. So what I get to do is I get to go every Wednesday night during the school year to this club at a church called Awana, and I get to love on kids. And the group that I interact with most are the kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And they are precious. They're still innocent. They're not jaded yet. They're learning how to behave. They're learning how to read. Like our kindergartners come in and they can't read, so we have to read things to them that they'll need to memorize and then tell us back from memory. But once they start learning how to read, it's amazing. It's just such a joy to witness and be around. If there are things on their minds, they share them with us and we get to pray with them. If there's something on our mind, we share with them and they'll pray for us. And the prayers of a little kid is just incredible. And at the end of the night, they gather around and they get awards and things like that. And if anyone has prayer requests, they can lift their little hands and say their prayer requests, and we will say, you know, would someone like to pray for Amanda? Would someone like to pray for Brooklyn? And they're like, yes, me. And then they will fold their hands and they will close their eyes and they will pray these heartfelt prayers that are just so, they're so innocent. They're just pure, you know. There's no thee, thou, righteous, whatever, holiest of holy of. It's like, Daddy, please heal Susan's mom. In Jesus' name, amen. Like that. And it's just so precious. And so, if you're not involved with kids somehow, in some way, I strongly encourage it. I really encourage you to get involved somehow, some way with some kids somewhere. My grandma, when she was 78, she used to go and read to first graders. I know some people that just go and they help out at lunchtime, or they volunteer to babysit a neighborhood kid. And you get to put all of your energy, your emotional energy, your wanting to love on people that can use it. And you're wanting to support on people that can use it. If you have been giving your estranged child cash or paying their bills, maybe there's a neighbor nearby that could use that help instead, and you know that it's going to go to a cause for somebody that's, that you actually appreciate or that appreciates you. But you're the only one that can decide that. But if you've got this hunger for loving somebody, a human, versus just an animal, because we can love our pets, there's no doubt about that. We can love our cats and our dogs and our goldfish and our flying squirrels, our horses, you name it. Whatever pet it is, we can love on it. It's not the same, though, you know that, as loving on a human. And giving attention to people who really want it and really need it. There are so many things going on today that kids are really struggling with. There are so many kids that could use an extra adult in their life, to just listen to them. To just see them. To look at their brightly colored artwork and say, wow, look at all that blue. Tell me about it. Or, man, that sounds like you had a really hard day. And just sit with them. There are plenty of teenagers that could use guidance. There's plenty of adolescents going through things that are just really, really, really hard. And they could use some assistance. They could use a loving adult in their life. Now, obviously, you don't have to be a creep about it. You don't have to just come up on someone and, hey, little girl, you want some candy? No, you don't have to do that. But seriously consider volunteering. And you might say, oh, I'm just so busy. Listen, I know. Maybe you work full time and you're taking care of other people in your household and you're taking care of your parents and you're taking care of whatever. I get it. But what can you do in that time of the day, you know which time of the day that is, where your brain just starts going on autopilot about how upset you are, how angry you are, how you were treated wrong, how dare they say that, how dare they listen to the daughter-in-law, and oh my gosh, that son-in-law, he's terrible for my daughter, or you know that time of day that you have it. You may not have it every day, but you probably do. You might have it more on the weekends when you have more free time. Whatever time of day that is, you might be able to write a letter to a youngster, someone you don't even know, and just say how special they are. You might have time to write to prisoners, people in jail. There are people that write to prisoners that have pen pals for people in jail who cannot see their loved ones. They did whatever crime they did at that point in time. Now they're serving their sentence for however long they're serving, and they cannot see and interact with their loved ones very often at all. And when they do see their loved ones, they're not going to want to, be like spill your guts at all, things like that. But there are opportunities for you to do that if you wanted to do that. If you need help, like finding somewhere to volunteer with, or you're worried about, vetting an organization, or whatever it is, either reach out to the people in the group and say, hey, maybe you really want to volunteer you want to volunteer on a horse farm that caters to developmentally challenged kids or adults, or you want to chaperone group homes when they take their residents to field trips, and you're like, I just don't know where to start. Then put that in the group and let somebody help you figure out how to get connected to places that need your love, and they need the warm bodies. Sometimes that's all they need. They just need somebody to kind of monitor and make sure things are being okay. Homeless shelters are a good place to volunteer. Anyway, see what you can do to fill your to fill your need to love. We might have a need to be loved, and that's something we have to figure that out. We have to work through that. If you need to be loved and you feel like nobody loves you, I'm going to tell you I love you, seriously, and I'm going to tell you that God loves you too, okay? So if you have a need to be loved, you're already loved. The person who made you, that creator that put all of your skin together and heals your wounds on your outsides and makes you go to sleep at night and metabolizes all your food, he loves you. And I love you. And there's probably people in this group too that love you too. I think of myself as like a Labrador Retriever. I might be annoying, but I would rather give my love away to you guys than to not. There's no reason for me to not do that. And the other part is, so that was one thing, is See if you can reach out and put your love on somebody. What was the other thing? One caution I want to give you with this estranged parent journey is that we have no guarantees of outcomes. You might have already tried all the ways you can think of to get them to talk to you again, and it didn't work. And then now you might try that no contact. Okay, they don't want contact, then I'm going to do no contact. Maybe then they'll come back. If you keep thinking about, if you always end the sentence with, if you're going to do an action and you always end the sentence with, maybe then they'll talk to me, it's not going to work. That will not work. If I do blank, then maybe they'll do this. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. There's no guarantee of outcomes. It's like puppy training. Well, it's not like puppy training because you can't just train them to do things as you wish and when you want them to. It doesn't work that way. They're grown adult humans, just like you are. If you found out that somebody in your life was saying the same kinds of things about you, maybe your partner was saying, well, maybe if I do this, then he'll do this. Or maybe if I do this, then she'll do this. And they're trying to manipulate you, and you found out about it, you'd be a little annoyed. It's not a good feeling. So you cannot ever do action in order to try to get an outcome. It doesn't work with somebody else. You cannot try to get an outcome with somebody else. You can try to get an outcome with yourself. You can work on yourself and get an outcome with yourself. You can journal. You can call friends. You can call friends and talk about things other than the estrangement. You can call friends and talk about the estrangement. You can call friends and talk about a recipe that you found on Facebook and you wonder if it's any good. That was the other thing. That's what I wanted to tell you. This is so important, is that you can be sad and upset and hurting and trying to heal and find things enjoyable. They're not exclusive to each other. They are not exclusive to each other. If you knew somebody that was dying from cancer, who said, listen, when you come to visit me, I want you to bring me a comic. I want you to tell me a joke. I want you to sing me a song. Are you going to not, give them what they want? Or are you going to say, no, I can't. All I can do is cry because it's all about me. You're not going to do that. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to give you what you need. Whatever you need is what I'm going to give you. And it might be different than what your gut reaction is to be. So you can do the same thing with you. You can say, what do I need? You can ask yourself, what do I need? Maybe you're tired of moping and you want something different. You want something to lift your spirits a little bit. Then figure out what you need and get it. Maybe you're tired of denying it and you need a good cry. Then do it. But ask yourself, love yourself enough to ask yourself, what do you need? What do you need? Put it on your bathroom mirror. What do I need? In Sharpie. Not Sharpie. In dry erase marker, not Sharpie. But put it on your bathroom mirror. Put it on a Post-it. Make it the backdrop or the wallpaper for your cell phone. You're on your cell phone all the time anyway. Or make it the wallpaper on your computer screen. What do I need? And take some regular time to ask yourself that question. And it cannot be, you cannot answer it though with, I need Susie to talk to me. I need Jimmy to start coming around again. No. Maybe you need to clarify it. What do I need for me? Or, see, because that's the thing. I don't want you to be thinking about your estranged kids all the time. Because they're not thinking about you all the time. They're doing their lives. They're having the ups, they're having the downs. They're having the ups, they're having the downs. They're having the sideways. But if you're so stuck in your grief and so stuck in trying to make them do something to you, for you, with you again, then you are stuck in the low. And that's not fair. That's not fair. If they're out there living their lives, you should be doing that too. You should be living your life too. And you say, Tam, how can I? And I say, how can you not? How old are you? How much time do you think you have left on the earth? How much time do you want to give to the estranged children, thinking about them, worrying about them, wondering about them? How much of your life do you want to give to them that you have not already? I heard a couple weeks ago that the life expectancy, the average life expectancy used to be, I think it was 78 for people in the US, and I think it dropped to 76 now. How much time? Ask yourself too. So what do I need? And how much time do I want to give to people who don't care about you right now, who are not looking at you as their souls, their sun in the universe, who are not centering their environment around you? How much time do you want to give to people like that? Yes, you might have birthed them. Yes, you might have adopted them. Yes, you might have married into the family and you stepped them. It doesn't matter right now, because they've decided, they've made some decisions you don't like and can't change. So please, 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 what do you need? Is your car a beater? Is your car trashed? Do you need to clean it out? Do you have a closet that every time you're afraid to open it because every time it's all nasty? You could start with small things like that, which might feel really big, but guess what? When you start taking care of your environment, your household, your schedule, do you need more free time? Do you need less free time? Do you need meals to be ready? Do you need to cook meals? What do you need in your household that you have control over? That's what that serenity prayer is about. Give me the courage to, oh no, I forgot what it is. Somebody else has got to look it up. Look it up, the serenity prayer. Something about control what I can and give up what I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't have it with me, or I would just read it to you. But when you are focusing on what you have control over, when you actually are focusing on that, your whole life changes. It really changes. What do I need? Do you need a lunch buddy? Do you need someone to go to the movies with you? Do you need, I don't know, do you need a coffee? Do you need a nap? What do you need? Do you need a hot shower? Do you need to not shower for a week? What do you need? Figure it out. Ask yourself that. Take the time to ask yourself that, as if you're asking your children, who right now don't want a relationship, right? When your kids come around, a lot of times you're like, oh, you want me to get you something to eat? How about this? How about that? How about this? Ask yourself those questions now. Or you think about, oh, it's going to be, you know, I don't know, Easter. I wonder what the kids are going to want to eat for Easter. Well, what do you want to eat for Easter? Do you want it to all be the traditional stuff? You need that? Then do it. Do you want it to be non-traditional? Then do it. Do you need to go on vacation? Then do it. Whatever it is that you need, then please do it. Don't wait. Please do it. Don't wait. Okay? All right, I gotta go. I do love you guys, and I really, really hope, I hope you can walk away with something in my crazy, rambling, ranting, whatever. I just wish I could, sometimes, some of you seem to be progressing pretty good, and I can see that, like, the butterfly is, like, emerging from the chrysalis. Some of you are still in the chrysalis. And some of you are still the caterpillars in there, and they're going along on the plants, and they're eating the plants, and they're pooping, and they're eating, and they're pooping. They're getting bigger caterpillars.